The stained glass is a unique possibility to fill the world around you with light and color. The artist Anna Butina will share the secrets of work with this material in Tiffani technique. We make of small pieces of glass the miniature house candlestick. We will use even teeny splinters. Anna Butina and Tatiana Lazareva wish you a comfortable home, light and peace. Hello, dear viewers. The medieval master instructed his pupils: if you want to put new life into cold and lazy heart of glass, it's necessary to get into it and to feel with the mysterious play of light. Today, our guest is the teacher of Stroganov Academy and the artist of Studio Only Glass, Anna Butina, and she will convince you that glass heart isn't cold, lazy, but live and warm. So, we are waiting for magic transformations of usual glass. Hello, dear viewers! Today we will focus on the popular technique of stained glass Tiffani. Today it is the most popular among artists engaged in stained glass. The artist Tiffani has organized around himself fans and followers of glass, and they have developed this technology with which help it's possible to create not only stained glass canvas in plain, but, as I already spoke, stained glass canvas developing in space. By means of this technology appeared well known to us lamps of Tiffani. Also, Louis Comfort Tiffani, his workshop, put on the market famous landscape scenery in glass. And these landscape scenery have been created by means of glass assemblage, as in the modern program Photoshop, by layers. In other words, one glass after another are placed in layers, one after another, and were soldered. And such layer of glasses gave both air perspective and watery waste. For 20 years of the work with stained glass, I've made many stained glasses with different purposes. Above, we talked that the Tiffani technology allows to make objects of glass in space. And if you see, this house has facade, the bases, and any limited walls which allow put here a candle that it won't fall. We will solder stained glass at an angle, about what I said earlier, that the Tiffani technology allows make such things. But to make such candlestick I need pattern, the sketch. First of all, the artist thinks out a theme and then makes the sketch on paper. The sketch template is drawn full scale. Now we will make mini workshop in our studio, because in the big workshop there are light tables on which cut glass, and we will make a small light table. You can make the same at your kitchen. And in this mini workshop we will make such candlestick house. We invite you in our workshop. We are in our improvised mini studio. In big stained glass studio there is a light table on which we cut glass. Now I will show you how to make mini light table at home. It is the usual ceiling luminaire which you can buy in any shop. In it there are 4 luminescent lamps, only from above we will close it by glass. This glass is thick. The thickness somewhere 4 or 5, that it will take a load that we could cut easy on it. The light table is switched on as required and is switched off. On the light table we place our sketch. I remind you that we make the light device. I think it's loudly said. It is a candlestick house. For this purpose we need the sketch. Further, we need tools. Glass cutter, glass breaker, one more glass breaker and glass. I will open small secret. Louis Comfort Tiffany, who make the big orders for stained glass with imitation of landscape of water and air, took the big picturesque glasses from which cut out the necessary pieces of glass, imitating splash of a wave or rustle of the leaves. The rest of the glass remains out of work. From these glasses, Louis Comfort Tiffany, as the zealous owner, has sought up to make those well-known lamps of Tiffany. And we also, working in our stained glass studios, can throw out even small pieces of glass. What to do with them? We have sought up to make any small things, souvenirs or any mini stained glass. Naturally, after making of big stained glass projects, ceilings, partitions or windows, there are glass scraps. From such scraps I will make such candlestick. We have switched off the light table. It means that the stage of cutting of glasses for making of our house is finished. The following stage is a grinding of all elements of our stained glass. As you see, when we cut, we have ragged edges which need to be ground on the polisher. And now we will make it. The grinding machine is equipped by a grinding head which revolves. This is the grinding head with a diamond dusting. That the grinding machine processes the glass edges. Water gets on it, that glass doesn't overheat, and the water removes a glass dust. We take water and pour it in the machine. We have turned all pieces, all elements of our stained glass house, and on it the grinding process is finished. This stage is finished and we can remove the machine from the table. And the following stage of our making of the small house will be winding round of all elements by a copper foil. For this purpose we better sit down. We should solder all these pieces, and for this purpose we should wind them round by that foil. Our pieces of glass are ground. They have very strong edges. We should wind round by that well-known copper foil each fragment of glass. The copper foil has a different thickness because glasses also have a different thickness, and therefore we need the copper foil of a different thickness. Both foil has gluing bases. As you see, we have wrapped around all elements of our future house. All of them are wrapped around now by a copper foil. Now they need to be soldered. To continue our making, we need a soldering iron, solder, and soldering acid. And to put it, we also need the brush. Soldering irons can be of different watt, 80 watts and 100 watts. All pupils who take my courses use 80-watt soldering irons. It's normal. 100 watts are for jazzmen. We will solder on glass because the paper burns. We enclose the sketch under glass. So, not all stained glass are made like this. We simply make mini stained glass products. And we spread out our glasses. It's very convenient that we see them through glass. We place them under the sketch and start to solder. We combine details very preciously. We take in hands the brush. Here we have soldering acid or flux, as now say, soldering flux, soldering water. We, by means of a brush, moisten with it connecting seams. We coat accurately with the brush all seams. We take in hands the soldering iron and solder, and fasten all in sawn wood tail baste. You hear the characteristic hiss. It burns acid. We, as though preliminary, connect all pieces by such spots. And our house is already connected. For what it was necessary? That it will be convenient to solder, because the product can be turned. Now we will solder this seam, therefore I turn it to myself. To finish our work, we need to clean our house of burning products of acid. It can be made by means of standard means for cleaning of glasses. The subject looks more elegantly so, and it's more aesthetic, it has a mood. Our work in the workshop is finished. We have made small houses. This is previously, and this is in studio. And now we will solemnly light in commemoration of the end of work. Let in our homes light burns and brings heat. I have found my theme in creativity. And this theme is connected with the Russian house. I hope that you too will find your theme. Our masterclass is finished. And while someone builds huge houses, fortresses, we crack windows to light and color. Good luck and to new meetings. With you there were Anna Butina and Tatiana Lazareva.